Okay, so next we've got, let's have a look. Yes, if the photographer's base price is 6 hours, you may want to add some extra time so they can capture the prep shots, whether it's groom or bride or both, to evening guests arriving, first dance, that sort of thing. Okay. Maybe that photographer offers photo booths, so you might want to ask that question: do they offer photo booths, whether it's a pop-up studio style photo booth or it's a proper photo booth? Okay. Some photographers don't edit all their images, so you might want to ask: do you edit all the images that they hand over, or is it just a proportion of them? Okay. Is there additional charge for that? Is there any travel costs? Okay. That sort of thing. If it's like myself, I cover East Midlands and South Yorkshire regions at no additional charges. If it's further afield than that, then yes, there will be a small additional fee, which I would be discussing with my clients based on the distance and time it would take me to get to and from. Simple as that. Okay. Prints and albums. Can we order prints or albums directly from you? Obviously, if you've come to me, then yes, I have an online gallery that allows you to do that. Okay. What type of albums do you offer? Do you provide assistance selecting images and designing the albums? Myself, I design all my albums based on the images that you choose. Okay. I don't choose the images for you to go in your album because it's your album, not my album. Okay. But I will design the layout based around your images that you choose. Okay. And yes, I can assist you with what images I think would be lovely in that album, but ultimately it is your decision. Okay, it's your album, not mine. Okay, and I assume that will be the same with many photographers, but there is always rule to the exception. Okay. Are albums or prints included in your package? How many pages or prints are included, and what is the turnaround time? So these are some of the questions you could be asking. How long after the wedding will we receive the images, and how will they be delivered? How will we have the rights to the images? Okay, 99.9% of the time, all photographers give you the rights of usage for the images, but not full copyright. Full copyright means you could sell the images. Okay, that's something that generally doesn't come with wedding photography. It's just a right, so you can reprint your images and things like that. But you need to just check your wedding contract with the appropriate wedding photographer that you select. The information should all be in there. If you don't have a wedding contract, I wouldn't book them. Personally, you need to protect yourself. All right. Will we receive negatives or high resolution digital images? Is there a fee for that? Again, I always give over the JPEG, high JPEG edited images, not the RAW files. RAW files tend to come from people who want to have full copyright, so they can do whatever they want with the images, whether it's reselling. If they want to re-edit the images themselves, then they'll have the right to do that by buying the raw images, but that is an additional fee. The fine JPEGs, you do not have the rights to edit the images in any way, shape or form. It literally is your usage, so you can print them yourself, okay, or share them on social media. That is pretty much it, and that's the same for, I'd say, 99.9% of all wedding photography, or any photography for that matter. Okay. Will the images be accessible online, and for how long? So I kind of touched on that earlier. Myself, I have an online gallery that I generally have active for about a month after the wedding, after I've handed everything over to yourself, to give you and all your guests and family a chance to make any orders that they want to make. Then it goes offline. It is still online, but you wouldn't have access to it because I can only hold so many online due to hosting costs, and that way it keeps my costs down, which I pass on that saving to yourself. However, if there's any occasion where you would like to have that web space reactivated, I'm more than happy to do so. We'll just need to contact me and discuss that. So again, you'll need to speak to your appropriate photographer and ask them about those details and how they operate that. Okay. Last one, logistics. It's quite a big one, this one. Okay, so uh, when will we receive the contract? Okay, personally, with this particular one, as soon as the wedding consultation is done, if someone agrees to book and they've paid the deposit, I will send out the wedding contract, which they can sign digitally online. I can do it whilst they're in the consultation, or I can send it for them to deal with when they get back home or whatever. Okay. Again, everyone is slightly different, but that is a very good question to ask. When will you receive that? How much is the deposit will be required, and when is it due? Okay. I pretty much speak for most photographers that no date can be booked until that deposit has been paid. So ultimately, when is it due is immediately, really. As soon as you want to book that particular person on that particular day, that's when you need to pay that deposit. But again, ask the photographer. They may have different philosophies and whatnot, but I've never heard any photographers book a date without a deposit already been paid in advance. So for me, it'd be wedding contract and deposit to hold that date. Simple as that. Okay. Do you accept payments in instalments? What is your refund or cancellation policy? And again, that should be in the wedding contract, but by all means ask that question and I'll be able to elaborate that for you. Okay. Do you have liability insurance? Does it cover your assistant as well? Okay, very, very important questions. Now, some venues need more than £1 million worth of professional indemnity and liability insurance. Okay, so you need to actually find out what value that is. I personally have 5 million top whack. Saves me messing about if there are any venues that want a higher amount. It just covers me a lot more, and it covers you as well and all your guests. So I have my assistant and second photographer. He covers himself for the same value as well. Okay, so we're all covered. Okay, but it's worth asking that. But you need to find out what your venues say that the minimum amount is. Okay, and sometimes you may need to seek a copy of that.